We're back. We're back. Welcome to the Who Knew News. It's been a while. Sorry, folks, but we've just been very busy. We've been trying to keep up, and we know there's been a lot of news out there, but one in particular we want to get specific with. So, welcome to the Who Knew News, and thank you for joining us here at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. I am the host. Let me bring out the gentlemen who are going to be here with us for this special episode. If you notice, it is going to be the Central Florida Comic Con special. We have a gentleman by the name of Mr. Ben Penrod. He is the showrunner for Central Florida Comic Con. How you doing there, Ben?
I'm good. How's it going?
All right, you got the COVID beard going.
This is like my normal, but I'm going to trim it up a little bit later. Usually, a couple days before the show, we got to trim it up. But
just the Grizzly Adams look, I like it. I had like COVID hair going. I mean, like Peter Capaldi couldn't even match up at that point. It was getting so wiry, like Doc Brown there. And we have Mr. Dave Chapman from the rathole.ca. How you doing there, Dave?
I actually
almost said almost said Chapman. I didn't want to be
whatever.
And if you want,
have any idea how many people just call me that?
Chapman. And if you want to chat with us on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook page, and please don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook channel. Hello, Emma. You doing today? Thanks for joining us, Mr. Nick Talkert from the. God, I always get it wrong. Nick, put your link up in there. I'm gonna showcase it. Gosh, bring it up there. Put it up there because I will post it for you. I am so sorry. The Fencing Guild. Gosh, why do I always get this wrong? Sorry, Nick. Put your link up, and I will post it out there. Well, thank you for joining us here at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS for our very special announcement that we will be showing in just a few moments. But I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Dave Chapman, who has actually news from the actual universe. Dave, talk to us about what's going on with Big Finish.
Big Finish has some big news going on. The Scribe Awards were just announced, and Big Finish has 5 shows up for awards. So you can see there, we've got 2 of the Time Lord Victorious, Enemy of My Enemy, and He Kills Me Not, as well as Out of Time, the first batch of that, which is, of course, David Tennant and Tom Baker. So that's the one that everyone's been clamoring about because those are everyone's favorite 2 doctors.
That's almost unfair to everybody else.
Right?
It's like audio candy for those 2.
It's true. And then we also got a couple of Torchwoods here, Save Our Souls, and Tropical Beach Sounds and Other Relaxing... I'm scrolling on the wrong thing. And Other Relaxing Seascapes. And I love that title.
And I like that the fact they're all discounted at this moment. So that's pretty good.
Yes. So they're all on sale. This is straight up their... a collection because they're up for award.
Like a 10% off. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
all up at a discount.
Usually when a movie wins an Academy Award, they jack up the price or something like that, or something. Here we go. Like, hey, we won an award, so 10% off of these audios. But they've got tons of content. If I'm not mistaken, I think Tropical Beach Sounds actually has Michael Palin's Monty Python's Michael Palin in there. I think he's in the audio. I haven't checked it out yet, but I think I'm going to be downloading that next, especially at 10% off. But let's check the cast out.
Cast.
There we go. Cast. I think Sir Michael Palin, the voice. There you go. Yep, he's in the audio. So we got now a Monty Python connection. John Cleese was in The City of Death for his cameo, which was totally awesome. I still watch it in reruns sometimes. And now we got Mr. Michael Palin for Torchwood. Sir Michael Palin's even on the CD itself, Tropical Beach Sounds. So check it out, 10% off. Do what I do, download the audios. It's pretty cool. The last episode, which we reviewed the Juggernauts, we were reviewing Stranded, and we'll be aiming to review a lot more Big Finish. And please, if you want, go into the chats right now and tell us of any Big Finish that you would like us to do. I want to say hi to Debbie ML. Hello, Debbie. In the chats down there, I'll go ahead and pull her up. Hey, hello, Debbie. Thanks for joining us out there, and thank you all for joining us. And what else do we got in the Who Knew News? I see everybody's talking about it. Neil Gaiman. Go for it, Dave.
All right. So, yes, this isn't exactly new news, but they did announce the cast for the Netflix Sandman series. And in there is Doctor Who's own Jenna Coleman. She is down. You can see down at the bottom. I'm circling it with my cursor on my screen, which you cannot see on the broadcast.
I'm doing it as well.
She's playing Joanna Constantine and technically Stephen Fry, because he was in Spyfall for a brief moment out there. Despair looks like she is despaired. It's just really angry eyes on that one. But okay, that is the cast of The Sandman. And this is going to... Joanna Constantine
is... I was going to say, Joanna Constantine is in the show the ancestress of John Constantine, who there's been movies about. He's... Matt Ryan is blowing up with that part. They brought him back after his series ended into Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
You see the scruffy-looking guy in a trench coat. That's him.
Do you gentlemen understand The Sandman? I know nothing about this.
Oh yeah,
go for it, Ben. Tell us a little bit about The Sandman.
This is me all day.
Okay.
I believe her arc in the Sandman universe, which isn't very long, but it's during the French Revolution, if I recall correctly. And she's a very, very interesting and cool character, and sort of a precursor to John Constantine in a character perspective, but not not exactly the same character.
Gotcha. Okay. Without further, go ahead, Ben.
So they Audible did an audiobook version of Sandman last year, I believe. That was I think they basically adapted the first 20 issues of the comic book, the 20 issues or so. I don't know exactly what it was. And they used like this all-star cast. And so that's also came out last year, which was very, very cool. And Neil Gaiman narrates that. If you can get use your Audible free trial on that, that's amazing. That was really good. But that's directly from the comics, whereas the Netflix thing I think will be probably a little bit of a more adaptation like Game of Thrones.
No, totally understand that. But for the reason why we're here, since we only have a short amount of time, ladies and gentlemen, this coming June 12th to the 13th at the RP Funding Center in Lakeland, Florida, we will be back for our very first brick and mortar convention. That's right. That's not going to be a virtual. We're going to be physically there at CFCC, better known as Central Florida Comic-Con. You can get your tickets right now. Check out all the information. Check out the celebrities that are going to be there at centralfloridacomiccon.com. And Mr. Ben Penrod is the showrunner. Ben, for those who may not be familiar with this convention or happen to be in the Central Florida area, or for some reason you want to come out here to Central Florida from wherever you're at, tell them a little bit about what they're going to see. And I'll try to keep up with the website.
Okay, so Central Florida Comic-Con, I like to say it's sort of a medium-sized convention. It's a little bit smaller than kind of the big, huge convention center, MegaCon or Tampa Bay Comic-Con. We're a little bit smaller than that. We have, I think we have 6 celebrities. We have a number of artists, special guests, and 120 plus exhibitors, including the Artist Alley. So, we're a good sized event. We're priced accordingly, but it's, it's all about just having a lot of fun. You won't be standing in line all day, and, there'll be tons of people in amazing cosplay. We've got 4 rooms of programming that run concurrently all day, Saturday and Sunday. And one of those is a tabletop gaming room. So we'll just be doing tabletop gaming all day long. I made
Dave wants to come.
One of the
sad that I can't come.
Oh man, that's gonna be really cool. We've got I think we're the first, we're definitely the first event to have live Magic and Pokemon tournaments in over a year. So that's a really cool thing. I'm not even sure where the heck they're getting these Pokemon cards for the tournament. So this is going to be the hottest ticket in town. And then we're doing Among Us also. I made sure that we're going to do some Among Us local play, which if you haven't done that, if you haven't gotten together with a group of friends and played Among Us in person, it's so much better than having to type out like red sus. You just start yelling at your friends and accusing them of lying, and they are lying. So it's okay. But so we've got the game room. We've got 3 panel rooms. Christian's going to be on, I don't know, like all the panels pretty much all weekend.
Now?
But you got 4?
Or now.
Something like that. Yeah, I haven't like pinned down yet. I would just because I'm not disvaluing. It's one of those things like in my life. It's like I wait until the morning. Like I'll worry about it like Thursday or Friday. I'm just like, okay, here's where we're going to nail down. When we get to the convention, that's when I'm going to nail it down. So this is what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I had to make sure I didn't accidentally schedule you in 2 rooms at the same time. So that would, that, not that I haven't done that before, but not this time. So I think I've got you at 1:15 on Saturday, 3:15 on Saturday, 10:45 a.m. on Sunday, and 12:45 on Sunday.
Oh, here we go. I got the schedule pulled up.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. So we got in Sykes G, we got 1:15, the Doctor Who cosplay panel, 3:15, Doctor Who Make Me a Whovian panel, and that's for people who either are interested in becoming Doctor Who Whovians, who've never seen the show, or if you or somebody you know who wants to be a Whovian and you just need to make up like what we call the starter kit. We will be more than happy to help out people convert into the Whoniverse there. And also we have on Sunday in Sykes J, Doctor Who, the Trial Time Lady. We're going to revisit Jodie Whittaker up until today, how everybody feels, and what their predictions are for this coming year. At 12:45 p.m., Doctor Who's Your Companion. We're going to talk specifically about your companions and who's your favorite companion and as to why. So that is the schedule for this weekend. And, of course, there'll be other people, but it's all about the Whovians, so that's okay. Know that everybody else out there. But, yes, we do have the guests. And I've got them up here. We have Kyle Phillips from My Hero Academia and One Piece. Kara, and I'm going to butcher that last name.
Eberly, I believe.
Eberly from RWBY.
Yeah, Ruby.
Ruby.
It's an animated show. It's really cool.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. And we got some Power Rangers. We got, I guess that's Karan Ashley as the Yellow Power Ranger.
Yeah, Karen Ashley was the Yellow Power Ranger in the Power Rangers movie.
Oh, okay.
The original Power Rangers movie, and then she's also in the she was in the series for a few years after that.
Gotcha. We've got Paul Schreier,
and I think he's the longest running cast member. He was Bulk in the original series, and then he's been through the whole thing. I think he might still be with them in some fashion.
Oh wow! Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. And we got Ming Chen from AMC's Comic Book Men.
Yeah, so he was on their the Comic Book Men was a reality show about a comic book store that came on, I think, after Walking Dead. And so Ming Chen's one of the guys from that. He's just a really cool guy. He's a super fan. He's he's really a guy who's just obsessed with comics and nerd stuff, and just absolutely great guy. And I hope everybody who comes out gets a chance to meet him.
Gotcha. And last but definitely not least, Space Ghost himself, Mr. George Lowe.
Yes,
he's going to be there, and Robot Chicken.
Yes, George is amazing. He's actually a native to Lakeland, so he's he'll probably be at every Central Florida Comic Con we ever do. But I also got him to do our radio ad, which was really special for me. So if you're listening to the radio in Lakeland and you hear our ad, that's George doing the audio for it.
Wow, got it. So
all I want from that is a panel with him. All I want is a panel with him on a TV, not him, and someone else sitting at Space Ghost's desk,
nice.
Like live on stage.
Yes.
Rebuild the set.
And if you're looking right now, look at all the exhibitors and all the folks on Artist Alley. Excuse me, there.
Yeah.
And getting down here, here's a Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
Woo.
At 106. And just to give you juxtapose where we're going to be right next to the guests. We are right there on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. And I believe right across from us, who's I would think. No, I don't. I was looking for the Hanging With people. Where are they at? 802, which is
they're on the other. They're down. They're actually pretty close. It's at the bottom.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, they're going to just be on the
Yeah.
up against the area on the other side of the of Exhibitors Hall. Yes, Ming is hilarious down there. And forgive me, Nick Talkert, but here it is. I'm going to put the link up. Check it out. Historical Fencing Guild. You can just check that out, look it up, and then there's the group contact if you want to check it out. Put it in the links down there. Where's it? Christian has a TARDIS. He can do 2 panels at one time. Oh, probably.
At least.
I want to say hello to Kyle Nunes and Glenn. But yeah, it's this weekend. Now, big question, Ben. I think Dave has a question for you as far as the safety is concerned.
Okay.
About
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously, you're one of the first kind of medium events getting relaunched. What kind of safety things do you have for people that are not really sure coming out of this pandemic what they want to, what kind of events they want to go to?
Yeah. So first, I had been, keeping an eye on the, vaccination numbers and the COVID numbers. Luckily for us, the vaccination numbers are going up in Florida. The COVID numbers are going way down. Mm-hmm. That's the most important thing. We are going to be requiring that everybody at the con wears a mask. And then I've got masks and face shields for people who don't have them or forget them. And then we'll have lots of hand sanitizer on site. We're going to be encouraging social distancing. And we're going, like the panel rooms, the chairs will be kind of spaced out. And then, I think that's about it. We're going to make sure we keep everything as clean as we can. And I've got some, for the celebrities too, I've got these big plexiglass screens that can go in front of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, that's what we're doing. I think, it's going to be pretty good. In Lakeland, it's, we'll probably be, I'm pretty sure we're going to have the most strict the most strict COVID policies in all of Lakeland, probably all of Florida, realistically, because they're not required. Nobody else in Florida is requiring that you wear masks anymore. So we're definitely about as strict as you can get away with in Florida.
Okay, so just to remind everybody, and just correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, this will be a masked event.
Absolutely, we're going to be enforcing that mask rule, so everybody's going to have to wear a mask. And I've got tons of masks. If you don't have one, I'll give one to you. Gotcha.
That's great. I'm glad you're providing it, because I'd be like, well, you're in the middle of the store, so sorry, you're SOL out of luck at this moment there. I just want to show pictures from previous Central Florida Comic-Con there. Show there. Checking out Baby Yoda holding our TARDIS, and then we got the lovely ladies, Melanie Dean, Nisha Mulchin, and Jessica. All 3 of them should be over there. And I just want to let people know who may not be familiar with our friend. A lot of this we're going to be doing in memory of TR. We miss him. We were supposed to be over there at the last CFCC, and he unfortunately passed away out there. So we're going to miss you, pal. We're going to miss you big time, and we're going to do this for you. But speaking of Power Rangers, there you go.
Oh man, you got that last year.
I did get that last year. So,
that's amazing.
So yeah, and I don't know if he was a big fan, because he was just kind of looking at me like, okay, well, what are we doing here? Plus, I want to let people know we do still have the photo album, what we call The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, No Sir, All 13. So for those of you who are going to be dressing up like 13, you actually have a special album to yourself for dressing up like 13. Don't forget there's going to be a cosplay contest. I believe, if not mistaken, it's going to be run by Harlequin Arts, Amelia Poole, and that is last year's winner. Congratulations to her out there. But we're just going to have zaniness and silliness out there as much as we can. The only difference is we're going to be wearing a face mask. We want to protect each other. We want to make sure that we go to other Central Florida Comic-Cons as they come along out there. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Def. We miss him. We miss him big time. And it's going to be hard, because he's been a big part of us as far as going to the conventions. And one of the things we were talking about before the last CFCC was that we're going to be sitting there and we're going to expect him to come around the corner. We're waiting for him to come around the corner, and we know he's not going to be coming. But we're going to keep things just the way it is. And I know he wants us to keep going because he had a passion and a love for Doctor Who, and he wanted to make sure that we covered that. So, dude, we'll definitely be there. Ben, is there anything else maybe that our audience you want them to know about the convention while we're talking about things?
So I don't know. We've got, just if you're not familiar with CFCC, it's a family friendly show. We have a lot of people who come out who probably don't ordinarily go to Comic-Cons, who just bring their families out. It's just meant to be a fun time. Not too, there's not too much going on, but it's busy and exciting at the same time. So just it's an event for people to come out and have a good time. Tickets are on sale now at centralfloridacomiccon.com. You can also buy tickets at the door. It doesn't matter to me either way, but you're getting a little bit quicker if you buy tickets in advance.
That's true. So what we want to let people know, if you're one of those last minute, I'm deciding to go at the last minute, because there were a few conventions that I went to that you had to buy the tickets online. They would not take payment at the door. So they said you have to walk outside and make a purchase. So at least here you can go inside, get your tickets going, just in case if you're that last minute, you know what, we're going to go, we're going to do this. So they're providing you a service that you can purchase your tickets at the door safely and get it out there. So any final words before we end this? What's that?
I was going to say that's going to be an interesting thing. Just this year's convention circuit, full stop. Not just for ticket sales, but when you're dealing with guests and vendors, a lot of those have been, cash only or mostly cash preferred. What's going to happen this year?
You're telling me, man. I'm interested to see. I'm trying to keep things as normal as possible for our con. We postponed our event from January because if we had run it in January, it would have been so much different from what we normally do that I just, I would have been like, well, this isn't really Central Florida Comic Con, it's something else. So we postponed it to June for that purpose. But I think, we can run it almost full strength now. Like I said, we're going to have the probably the strictest policies in all of Florida at this point. So that's the best we can do.
That's right. And then also, folks, the Traveling TARDIS, which is packed away right now. We've actually, Chrissy, my wife, made a container for it. We used to sit on the desk so people could play with it and touch it, and not anymore. For at least for right now, there will be a container where you can see it, but we have to address that if you want to engage with it, meaning you want to take a picture, you want to pick it up or whatnot, we're actually going to have gloves. We're actually going to have sanitizer. We're going to have wipes. That little piece of metal is probably going to be the cleanest thing at Central Florida Comic-Con when everything is said and done. But it's all for the safety of our audience. It's all for the safety of the people down there. It's all for the safety of our vendors, the people who run it. We definitely want to make sure they're safe. And God forbid, us. We don't. We want memories to remember by, not viruses. So we want to make sure that everybody is safe, and please follow. If there's any guidelines, please make sure you're following them, because we want to stay safe. Not because we're being mean about, because we want to make sure that next year, hopefully when this is all said and done and over with, that we'll be having Comic-Cons, and hopefully the masks will come off and we can have the big fun again when we can interact with each other. Because
come down south so I can visit you guys.
But we'll thank Mr. Ben Penrod. Thank you for coming on with us. And if you have any further questions, we put it into the link. Don't forget to check out Central Florida Comic-Con. Let me go ahead and put that out there for all the event information, the ticket purchases, what's going to happen, the panels, the floor, and everything. And last but not least, I got to always put this up here. You know me, Dave. Don't forget to subscribe to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS on the YouTube channel. We're almost getting our next goal, which is 2,000 YouTube subscribers. We're up at 1,200 right now, and we need 4,000 hours, viewing hours. We're up to almost 3,000. So check us out. Check out our previous episodes, and thank you for joining us, everybody. Any last words, Ben, before we close it up?
Well, that's it. Just buy your tickets.
That's good enough. Dave, any last words before we end the show?
Stay safe, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Yeah.
You got it. Stay safe.
I'll see you on Saturday.
We'll see you this weekend live and in person. And then we'll have another episode of The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS with Scott Woodard, who wrote The Juggernauts, this coming Tuesday. Thanks, everybody. And stay safe and become part of the legend.